Okay, we doing it. Now I gotta fix all the fucking cameras, cause.
What? What happened? Are we on
It's
the
not
television?
my fault.
Kira's the DM now. Sorry, RJ.
Haha.
Fix
She
all
has all
the
the
Alright,
power.
guys.
All right.
Everyone,
Hey, this one it was
everyone
Faye's
slap them
fault.
into
That was
your
Faye's fault
inventory
from last week. Not mine.
and level
You're
up to level
DM
10.
now? Okay.
You get
Level
5
10?
feet each.
Oh, 5 feet.
Oh,
Holy
trail,
cow.
follow
Yeah.
up.
Are we actually on television right now?
Yeah, we're on television.
All right. If Kira's the DM, she can give
No,
the.
you're in the DM screen now.
Damn it! Nobody ever lets me have any fun.
Wow, you heard it here. Running this campaign is not fun for RJ, apparently. Good to know.
Mm-hmm. It's just babysitting, honestly.
So
Really?
this is babysitting, but it's also Halgia D&D, a homebrew campaign setting for 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons. This is a bunch of shenanigans and is a semi-serious campaign, but not really. Apparently, I'm not running it today. Is that true?
No, you are back. You are in the correct
It
You're in
was
the
screen.
been-
DM slot.
Oh,
It's just-
man.
Halgia is now just a picture of Jackie instead.
Yes, I'm the whole fucking.
She is all of Halgia.
Yeah.
She's our whole world.
The whole
Oh.
thing exists within Jackie's imagination.
I mean.
That's terrifying.
Oh
No,
yeah.
don't do that. Let's not play that
Very,
game.
very scary.
That's the end of this campaign. Is that
That's the true horror campaign.
Mickey wakes up and all of us were fake the whole time.
It was a dream the whole time.
Oh,
Including
man.
She is
How
the prime
funny would it
minister.
be if it was really that trope? Because I'm sure everyone would murder me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Just a little bit.
thanks for anyone who ever decides to watch this now or in the future, sometime way in the distant archaeological discoveries of our ruined world. May I, if you like this and want to do stuff to support, follow and subscribe. That'd be neat. Who are you folks?
Hello, future residents of the post-apocalyptic world. I'm from the land of Britain. My name is Louis, and I play the human Rune Knight fighter, Ryan.
Well, I'm not going to be exclusory, so hello anyone from the present, future, or people who figured out how to watch this from the past. My name is Faye, and I play Faye, the half-elf sorcerer, warlockeress, who's going through some stuff.
Hello. My name is Jackie, and I'm trying my best. And I also happen to play Mickey, a smart warlock cleric contraption of my own imagination.
I am Kira, comfortably swaddled in moons and stars, and I play Hush, the Tabaxi, arcane trickster rogue. We got shit to do.
That was poetic, even the last sentence.
Mm-hmm.
It was very nice.
Make that into a haiku.
I always hate going last because I feel like I need to you guys set up all these things and then I'm just like, hello, it's me. That's it. I'm not even making a Adele joke. It's just me. Yeah, I will eventually be swapping cameras, maybe, if my laptop decides to work ever.
I mean, it really doesn't have to.
I mean, yeah. Well, my phone's gonna die in an hour of this, so let's hope that it does.
So
I
it's
play
quick.
Quinn, the Elijah and Phantom Rogue. Probably. Honestly, probably. I'm genuinely worried about that, actually. But we'll see. We'll find out.
Alrighty, so after introductions, why don't we have the one that is swaddled in moons and stars deliver us a recap of the last session?
We are all aboard the Cogstaran Express on our way to the Colloquium. We all get our new wyvern mounts, take to the skies, and try to help Cogstaran fight off some other wyverns we find along the way. It was an aerial mounted dragon dogfight for the ages and goes down in history as one of the coolest combat encounters we've ever had, courtesy of an even cooler dungeon master. We land at last, and Cogstaran informs us all of all the locations on the island. There's a ton. He then has a discussion with Ryan about Brash, his mother, and the proud arrogance of Rylandor. He pulls Ryan aside and suggests that he seeks Levuter and acquire her rune. He thanks us again and takes off toward Bahamut's temple, but not before exchanging telepathic phone numbers with Faye. We successfully arrive at Forvern and stow away our wyverns at the stables before splitting off to shop for curiously magical potions and book a tavern for dinner and a much-needed break. And maybe even a dream to whisk Nikki away. Ryan settles on the idea to make haste toward Levuter and felt as though going solo would be best for now. Sharing a similar sentiment, Hush aims to find the Coal Quest where her old friend may reside.
Okay, so why don't we start right there? As the two of you gather your wyverns from the stables, you have Cosmo and I didn't write down the names of all your wyverns, but I'm sure you remember. Cosmo and Hush.
Zuki.
Zuki. You gather them, say a quick parting word to each other, and then the two of you take off in the different directions that were pointed out to you by the gold dragon Cogstarin. The beating of wings smashes the ground, blowing dust and debris up all around you as you take off toward a semi-high mountain range, seeing the enormous Star Peak mountain toward the center of the island. You use this as your guiding point, and you find a gully or a gulch that goes through two mountain paths, and you assume it to be the road between Forvern and Sildasail. You can see that there's, wagons with goods on them beneath you, and there's kind of this cross direction of traffic of just people traveling between the two towns. You dive between the two mountains. Why don't both of you roll an animal handling check for me, please?
My favorite skill. 15.
Yeah, you always roll so good on those. One moment, please.
High wisdom.
We're hanging on your every breath.
I even forgot something.
Dice?
It's going to be 14!
14. So having a little bit of this friendly nudge of competition, Ryan, you do pull slightly further ahead than Hush as you traverse through this gully, and you come out and you see the drastic, abrupt change in architecture on the other side of the mountains, as you can see these fine green and gold painted structures, these gold and emerald small towers, and this small village of Sildasail on the other side of the mountains. You know that straight ahead, just beyond, in the wooded area, there is the Temple of Levuter. And you know that to the north, where your friend, being a cleric of the nature domain, probably resides in the Elven Temple. So, you wave a quick goodbye and part ways as your dragons fly. You can see as you part, there's people down on the street that are kind of looking up a little bit, kind of in this awe-stricken wonder in a way, but also just enjoying the show. As the two gold wyverns take off in different directions, you can see a little girl, which like a half-elven child that seems to be holding hands with this stuffed plush owlbear toy, just kind of looks up, sucking her thumb, and then pulls her hand out and waves at both of you as you go by.
I do not see this.
Hush looks down and goes.
She gives a little excited gesture. You can see the toy flapping around, and you take off toward the grief house. So I hadn't really decided which one of you I wanted to handle first. So unless you want to decide, do you guys want to roll off for it?
Sure. How do we
Roll
want
off,
to do this?
roll off.
D20 evens.
Okay.
I rolled a 6, sir.
Off you go then.
All right. So you pass the boundary of the city, and you can see that there are 4 towers with different colored burning like braziers on top of them, like large ones with these huge flames, but each of them has a different color. You have a green, you have a silver, you have a deep black, and you have a gray. And they're just these multicolored flames that burn atop, and you can see out in that distance there's a bit of a cleared courtyard. You can see that there are folks walking around in that area, but there seems to be one large central citadel to this, and then it spans off with these catwalks between the 4 towers. As you get closer, you take your wyvern down and roll another animal handling check to land, please.
That's gonna be a 2.
A 2.
Yep.
You crash into the ground, and your wyvern's like chest and neck and body, just with limbs completely back and wings completely back, just slides in like a penguin, and comes to a stop, the head partially buried under the loose dirt from the trail here.
Zuki, we have to work on your landing strategy, bud.
It unleashes a burst of dirt and just like spits it all onto the ground. You can see this like jellied saliva dirt that lands in a pile a few feet in front of you, and you can see a bunch of people just staring at the spray painted wyvern and the tabaxi that has just landed in their courtyard.
Unless any of you guys are trying to help buzz off.
The people continue to carry on, whispering to each other. Most of them, if not all of them, are wood and high elves.
Okay. Sorry, Zoo. You've probably been flying a ton today. It won't be that much farther, I think. We can just walk for now. Okay, so where am I?
So you can ask around, or you can investigate any runes or language that you can read around the area.
Alright, so we're gonna go look around and see if we can find some posts of where certain locations might be, or even like the name of the location that we're in right now presently.
Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
21.
21. You can see by the way that the building is shaped and kind of sliding my chair back and gathering just gathering intel based on like the signage that you see. You can see that the main citadel leads to the catwalks, which lead to the 4 courts, and they are labeled for 3 elven deities and 1 raven queen. The deity that... Why don't you roll a religion check?
4.
4? Okay. So I'm going to give you the names of what you find, and Hush goes where she goes. So you have the Raven Queen. Not much is delivered about the description of this deity. You have a Vandria. It would essentially say the Mother of Grief, which Hush can take that as she will. You have Coralon Lorethian, which was under the tower with the silver light, which is the father of the Fae and of elves, and Sehanine Moonbow, the goddess of the moon.
Okay. Can she remember which god her friend used to speak to or speak about?
Roll a history check, please.
11.
11. You remember a deep, long-winded exposition about being a cleric that respects nature, but also finds the stylings of many gods of the nature domain to be pedantic and distasteful, and that only a true elven goddess of the moon would have a sense of style and fashion that would be rightful for their worship.
She's going to take a gander at all the statues in front of her and kind of note their outfits and think, yeah, this Sehanin lady looks more up his alley, I think. That's a guess. Wish I paid attention to everything that he talked about before. Okay. Is there a citadel that corresponds with that specific brazier?
Yes, you see as you get into the large central court area, there are many people in these like very adorned religious robes of different kinds. It's a bit of a jarring experience because you only really have experience with this one individual, and you know, Faye and Mickey to an extent as it pertains to religion. But this is like you can hear people chanting prayers, and it's almost like a thieves' cant in the way that it comes from language that you know perfectly and understand, but it still is very hard to interpret the little prayers that they're saying and the little greetings that they're giving to each other. It's almost like aliens trying to speak English.
Okay. So I don't imagine there would be any suitable stables for Zuki.
Zuki did not come into this place with you.
Oh, he didn't. Okay.
Zuki stayed in the courtyard. Yeah.
Oh boy.
There was a large set of stairs, and Zuki traveled about 3/4 of the way up, and then saw the dimensions of the door that you went through to get into this central court area, which has this like beautiful green and white marbled floor with these like speckles of maybe like a dark opal in them. Like it's just this beautiful floor in the middle of this temple. But Zuki saw that door and then went back down the stairs and stayed in the courtyard.
Okay. Hush is going to find a more private area, and she's going to use her disguise kit to see if we can kind of match the dress code that's going on here.
Okay, roll an investigation check to find a private area.
13.
13. You have a little space where you see that there's people not really like facing the direction to watch you, and you see a single door. You open it up, and then you walk inside, and you find all these like strange like squeegees and instruments of cleaning, broomsticks, You found a broom closet.
Perfect. While she's there and while she's creating her outfit, she is going to meticulously place some stains on her robes and see where that gets her.
All right. Roll with your disguise kit. There's a lot of rolls here today.
Is that stealth?
Disguise kit would be dexterity plus your proficiency bonus if you're proficient with it.
I am. So that plus what's my proficiency now? 3? 10.
10. Yeah, you use the disguise kit to essentially dirty up your clothes and like put some stainings around. You take this this dark oil that you have and start to. Do you touch the banner too, or do you just use it on your clothes?
We're actually going to stow the banner away for now.
Okay. Yeah, you adjust your clothes to look a bit destitute.
Perfect. And she's going to fold her hands together in a really prayer-like fashion, and she's going to step out and see if she can find her friend.
Okay, as you begin to walk toward the one catwalk that brings you back outside, out a door, you walk over. You're probably about 100 feet off the ground at this point, and you walk down this catwalk. It has these two like high stone ledges on either side. You can look over and see out into some of the forest. You still see another wyvern off in the distance from this angle. You know who it is. And you walk down to the next tower, and as you go to open, there's this like growth of these tree roots that kind of reaches out and wraps around your hand, and instead of you turning the doorknob turns you, as it kind of clicks your wrist, and then the door itself, this large wooden door, swings back, and you can see inside is this like beautiful naturescape, like this very well done wooden floor, but there's also like this painted patterns of the Halgian starscape above you. Dots actually connected to represent the constellations in the sky that have been determined by astronomers. And you can see that it's essentially like a church inside with a nice starscape above it. And there is a large statue at the back end of this elven woman that is kind of like drawing back a bow, and the arrow itself has like this gleaming diamond as a point, like it's a star.
Oh, that's cool. Shyly, she's going. Oh, sorry.
As you say, "Oh, that's cool," you notice that there are people like sitting there in quiet prayer.
Oh. She's going to be really embarrassed by that and very quietly approach this elven woman.
That elven woman is a statue.
Oh, it was a statue.
Yeah.
Well, they look really cool.
You just see there's like a few like pews of people that are just like sitting there all in these like these fine green and blue and silver robes, and they are here for some kind of sermon.
Is the sermon about to start?
It looks like it.
Hush is going to find a pew way in the back, and she's going to sit down and behold.
All right. You sit down in the back, and you notice that there's a wood elf man who turns around, and he seems to be there with two children, who turns around and faces you and just whispers, "I think it's very good that you came to worship here today. If you are feeling down on your luck, we would be happy to provide charity.
Oh, I am quite well, although there is someone that I am looking for. I don't know if you know him.
Uh, that doesn't narrow it down.
He's a Wenja, a
Are you
Arachnid.
hungry? Do you need a sandwich?
Oh,
Remember, you made yourself look destitute and dirty.
I did do that. Oh, I am okay. Thank you though for offering.
Okay. Uh, Arachnid Wenja?
Mm-hmm.
One of the gift collectors that walks down the hall during service uh, is of the type that you describe.
Okay, so I should be seeing him soon then.
If you want to catch his attention, I would sit on the left side of the pews instead of the right.
If you don't mind, I'll trade places with you then. I'll sit closer to the aisle.
Sure, come on, kids. You hear the same woman turn around and go, shh!
Oh, I don't like that sound. Okay.
So you trade places, but a few moments go by, and then you see this high elf with this like very, very straightened blonde, like any 80s metal band, just this wicked long blonde hair, comes out and just holds their hands forward. It's like, children, if you would but be seated, our sermon for the Lady of the Moon is about to begin. But first, we would like to open the floor for you to offer a gift to the Goddess of the Moon. Please, ushers. And you see these four people start to walk down the aisles with these baskets, and people are putting like leaves. It's not like they're asking for money. Like people are literally like adding little bits of nature into it, little rocks, like cool rocks that they found, and dropping them into the baskets. And as they are walking down, you do see in this very loud blue and yellow coat that has these like curvy pyramid-like brass buttons that goes down to the end, and these like calf-high white boots with a feathered cap that they remove and hold in one hand while they hold the basket. You see someone you haven't seen in a long time. And they are coming down the aisle where you are supposed to make an offering.
She holds her breath and her heart is racing to an extraordinary amount, and she kind of fumbles around her pockets and she pulls out one of the daisies that she had found when we were in the desert, and she's gonna offer that. Not the arid daisy, but one of the normal ones.
Oh my god, I was about to be like, what the fuck have you done? Okay. Any DMs out there? You ever have your heart racing like that because you have to now adjust stuff on the fly? Okay. So, as your friend gets to you and looks down, and you see his face go from this like calm, warm smile and this look of posterity to a gasp and a choke upon seeing yours. He goes, what?
Don't let me interrupt. Here's a gift. And she's going to leave the rose, not the rose, I'm sorry, the daisy inside the basket. As she folds her hands over her legs and just watches the sermon go on. We'll talk later.
Gives a slow nod. And then looks at your clothes with this very judgy look.
Some things don't change, and that might be for the better.
Continues on. As the collection reaches its end and they return to their seats up front, you listen through a very long exposition that I will not deliver here about the Moonweaver and worship and Goddess of the Moon. All that stuff. It takes about 1 hour. It goes by, and then the church is dismissed. The Arachno-Wenja creature begins to approach you and says, "Can we talk outside the temple?"
Of course we can. She's gonna follow him.
As you're walking out of the temple, you return to that same center courtyard square, and then down the stairs. And he's actually leading you out toward the woods. You see Zuki just kind of laying there sleeping, like napping in the middle of the courtyard, and people are like stepping around the wyvern. I have to say, babe, you just look terrible. Look at your clothes. Oh my god. It's absolutely appalling. It is just truly dreadful. Why? Hush, why?
I missed you too. And I figured that if I was going to get your attention at all, it would be through this. I think it worked.
Yeah, is that the kind of attention you want to attract? Because, I am having a hard time being seen with you. In fact, I think we should go out to the woods so that nobody sees me walking around with someone with such drab clothing. My
Sure.
god.
I only do this for you, Spulio. Come on.
That's very annoying. God, it's been 10 minutes.
All right, she's gonna scramble toward the woods.
You guys go out to the woods, and he offers you a four-armed hug and says, I don't really want to touch you, but I do miss you quite a lot, so bring it in.
She gives him this really big, tight, warm embrace, and it lasts a little longer than most.
He lets it go on for a while, and then notices your fingernails. Kind of like wrapped back around on his shoulder and goes, "Oh, come on. Would you clean your fingernails?"
Hey, I've been kind of traveling all over the entire continent to come find you, so no, I didn't have time to trim my claws.
Well, don't you stay in taverns or something? Don't they have servants or tools to help?
Between me trying to find you and trying to make things, I didn't really have the time. Sorry I didn't upkeep my hygiene while you were away.
Sounds like excuses to me. Why? I'm very glad that you found me here. But why? Our little zoo is broken up and everyone is somewhere else, and some of them stayed behind with that bitch, and I don't see what the purpose of this is.
I needed to know. After After Tags disappeared, I needed to know why you left. I wasn't sure if it was just the Hot Steppers just trying to get us all to merge with her, or if you just didn't want to be with us anymore.
I would follow you to the end of any trail you would lead us to. But we were broken. We had only death or obedience to her awaiting us. And I have to say, I won't take those things. There's no way we could have beaten her. Not after Tags left and those other two decided with their feeble little brains that they were going to join up with her. I mean, leaves what, 6 of us? Against the entire organization? Come on, Hush. That's not achievable.
But it is. We just need to find Tags. We could have done it. I think she knew. I think that with Tags being such a strong part of the group, that removing him entirely would have been the thing to break us up. If we find him, we can get everyone else back together and they can go down.
He says with anger in his face, well, where the fuck is he then? If you think that he's the solution, then where the fuck is he and why didn't he stick around?
That's what I'm trying to find out right now. I'm happy to have at least found you. That was hard enough.
Did you find anyone else?
I know the locations for some of them. You can thank Enno for that.
I thought he died. Is he okay?
I think so. I haven't seen him in a few days, but we did meet up in R'lyeh, and he was fine when I last saw him.
Oh, that's why you have sand in all your pockets.
Yep, I've been stuck in the desert for many, many weeks, and it's been pretty interesting.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
We fought amazing things. Have you ridden a wyvern before?
No, there was one in the courtyard, though, and I was dreadfully appalled by the, drool that was coming out of its mouth.
Well, his name is Zuki, and he and I are friends.
Oh, really? I'll believe that when... Actually, that is kind of believable coming from you.
Exactly. I'll take that as a compliment. He's pretty great.
So what do you want me to do? I have been inspiring people with collecting gifts for the moon goddess's sermons, and or maybe that's a little less than I bargained for. But the zoo's broken up. It's not going to heal without Tags. It's not going to win against Shirai.
But
It's over.
it could. It's not. I refuse to believe that it's done. And I'm not stopping. And you can't stop me either.
Why would I try to stop you? To, like, spare your life from doing something foolish and getting yourself stabbed in the neck? That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop you because that's foolish.
Well, Narrow Shadow can't repair itself without somebody. And it's gonna be us. That was the point. And I'm not letting the Hot Steppers do it. Whatever they're up to, it's not good. Enno mentioned something about some magical machine thing that they might have had stowed away. I don't know much about it though.
I don't
But
know
they
either.
have their hands on something powerful.
Look, if you find Tags and you find anyone else, anything that You're you, so I assume you've made new friends by now, but anything else to stand in your way, or anything else that we can use to stand in their way, and we have a bit of a chance, you can count on me. Of course, I'll heal people and make cool spells out of nature stuff. That's just my style.
I know it is. That's why I'm so happy that you're here and found something that you can really resonate with. I know I wasn't the greatest listener when it came to this whole gods thing, but in my travels, I'm seeing that there's a lot more of that stuff than I thought.
Oh, babe, I could always tell that you weren't listening to me at all. Sometimes I said really, really strange, random words in the middle of those speeches, and you didn't even catch on to it. So, yeah, I tested you quite a bit. But here we are.
I'm at least happy I was able to participate in one of the sermons. That was pretty cool.
Was coming from someone who doesn't drone on like I do.
Well, it matters to you, so it matters to me.
Are you staying on the island?
For a while, there's a lot of things for us to do. I have some friends. You would think they were kind of fun. But yeah, we're trying to make things work, and I'm trying to see if I can find as many of the zoos I can, scattered as they might be. But if
Well,
I were to find everybody, and if we were to able to hatch a plan of some kind, would you join me too? I know you have a whole great thing going on over here, but I do still need you.
are you kidding? This is far more boring than what we were doing. If you if you do find everybody, and I mean tags included, get in touch with me. Of course I'll be there. Do you have a traveling company or are you alone?
I have a group of friends. They are a very interesting collection of people. I don't think they're about the same life that we were from, but they can stand their own for sure. They carry their weight.
Maybe they'll help us too.
I hope so. I just kind of have to get around to letting them know that I kind of did do a lot of really not so great things, and I don't know if they'll like that. I don't know if they'll be all too comfortable knowing that they've had an entire criminal walking around with them. I mean, I wouldn't really call it a criminal. We were just kind of just doing what we're supposed to do, just in less than lawful ways.
I miss that stuff.
I miss it too.
If you're going to be here overnight, bring them tomorrow if you can. We will have. I'll have to ask Father Zurum first, but maybe we can perform a rite of the moon and give you all some extra clarity.
Oh, that'd be really interesting. Oh, but before I go, I was supposed to do a bit of shopping. I don't know if that's here.
You
And
probably
yes,
want to go to Silda Sale. The items that are made in the Dwarven City are very geometric and not so elegant.
what do you think is gonna match me? You know how I am. I like things being very
What do you
effective, very brush, very
What
cool.
are you trying to buy?
Well, and she's gonna like show him her old short sword, the one that's covered in lots of paint, rusted in some of the edges. A lot of it's like chipped off a bit, stained in weird places. And she's gonna say, "Yeah, I want to see if I can sell this and replace it with a nice rapier. One of my friends is really good with those, so I'm thinking maybe I should step it up a bit."
Based on your current garb, I'd say a dirty old tree branch would probably fit your style best.
But against the kinds of creatures that I've been seeing, a tree branch is not going to help me, Spools.
Go to the Crafters Conclave in Sildasail. It is a group of 4 elven smiths specializing in different things. Probably find a nice basket-hilted rapier if you want.
That sounds pretty cool.
Oh, that's so dreadful. Why would you want to stab people with things like that? It's so gross. Get blood all over yourself.
I mean, the world can't save itself. And they need to know who's the coolest spell slinger in all of Halgia. So, you gotta do certain things. You gotta make sacrifices.
Keep telling yourself that.
I will, until it works.
Come back tomorrow. Bring your friends. See if we can give you an extra little boost of clarity.
I will. They're pretty interesting, so be ready for that.
He just laughs and doesn't say anything, expecting you to understand his implication of just how interesting you are and the rest of whomever you traveled with were.
Well, thanks. I'm gonna take Zuki. We'll go back. And we'll be here tomorrow.
Right. I'll see you then. And
Alright.
it's great to see you. I didn't expect this today, or any day.
I've been looking forward to this for a long time. So I'm glad I was able to live to see it. It's been pretty crazy in the last few months, for sure.
He walks forward, gives you a quick kiss on the forehead, and while he's doing it, you can see the 4 the 4 spidery arms he has, like, grabs the pieces of your coat and starts to, like, button them together and like almost makes some tailoring adjustments to them very, very quickly to try to make you look at least a little better. And he goes, "Oh, and hush. Fucking got you. Prestidigitation," and cleans all of the stains and spills and
Damn
dirt
it!
off of you in the blink of an eye.
I was gonna name one of these stains, Spools. Come on.
Well, too bad now. It's gone.
Fine.
I gotta go back to the temple.
You do that. Have fun. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you then.
Alright, and we go.
Ryan, as you pass over the elven girl who waved at you that didn't notice, you see Hush like make this little gesture at someone, and you split off towards the Temple of Levuter. Flying deep into this wooded area, you find 2 trees with these pinkish purple leaves that are growing at the base of a single floor but high ceiling, open, almost arena-like temple, where you see these large open stone hallways that lead into a space that has many different like sculptures of dragons on the walls and that sort of thing. There's much seating, some unlit braziers, and quite a few cobwebs that stretch from wall to wall, from floor to ceiling. You get a very interesting sense of this place hasn't been visited in a while. You
Okay.
land. Oh, make an animal handling check for landing.
19.
19. You've gotten really good with Cosmo really quick as the person who tends to learn things quickly. You land, and Cosmo doesn't look like he wants to go inside with you, but the door is big enough.
Stay outside. We might be here a while. And I'll walk in to the mausoleum.
All right. As you walk forward into this place, the first thing that catches you, like on one of your shoulders, you drag a cobweb with you, and it like pulls something loose, and you can see that there's this large, on like a cornered wall behind you. You can see that there's this like large, very old, very rusted sword that gets dragged over by the cobweb and ting, 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 hits the ground. You continue forth, and you can see that there's, as I said, unlit braziers, some bench seating. Most of this is all made of stone, but there are like these little hints of silvers and platinums that are kind of laced within the stone itself.
I will go around and light all of the braziers.
All right. So the braziers themselves are about 5 feet off the ground. So you have a torch or something to light them. Oh, you have a big stick with fire on it. You take your pike and just... You can smell the burning spider web as it burns that away and then gets to the wood. You even hear a little pop or a squeak or something on the third one as the three that lead down this aisle. As the braziers light, go ahead and roll a perception check for me, please.
13.
13. After you light the third one, you hear this, almost like these little pecks of legs somewhere deeper in this place. Just this like brief skittering, this... You don't see any worshippers. You don't see any dragons. You don't see much evidence of a temple really existing in any sort of modern age.
I'll go to the middle and just sit on the floor, pike in hand. Just wait.
You sit there for a moment, and you just wait. You hear the sound a couple more times, almost like something sneaking around. You hear a different sound, and you feel a creature land upon your shoulder. It's about 5 minutes has gone by, and it just stays there.
I'll
You
look to it.
You look to the left, you see a little yellow canary that has landed on your shoulder.
Have I got some, I've got some, bread or something in my pouch. I'll offer some to it. I'll just keep sitting.
It cutely eats your little bread. Stays there for a while. As you sit there waiting for something to happen, you continue to look out deeper into this place, and you can see that there is a large stone door, and you can look, looking at it and just staring at it for a while, you see that the rivets on it are actually made of either silver or platinum, something shining in that way. You get the sense that this place has been undisturbed for a while, and that what answer you seek might lie beyond that door.
Okay. I'll slowly get up to try not to disturb the bird on my shoulder and walk towards the door.
Roll an animal handling check. Why not?
15.
15. You slowly stand up, and the bird kind of like pops a little jump for a minute and just lands, and then does it again and does it again. You walk forward past a lit brazier and approach the stone door. As you look at it, you can see the platinum rivets that are like strapped to these long silver plates on either side. They seem to not be placed in a geometric or like manufactured pattern, but like you take a step back and you look at it, and they seem to be kind of scattered around. It almost reminds you a bit of like a constellation, or like they're trying to like spell out in draconic runes something.
Can I kind of sense which sort of rune they might be trying to spell out?
Go ahead and roll a wisdom check.
8.
8. It's unfamiliar. You feel like maybe you've come across this once, but for now, it feels unfamiliar to you.
I'll take out the gold coin that I have because I remember Corkstone did something like that. So I'll take a look and see if there's anything I can spot on there that might be helpful to me.
All right. You look at the gold coin, specifically the side that changed for you last time you looked at it. And as you're staring at this dragon token, you notice that the rune that is kind of in the background behind this snaky new dragon-like figure that has appeared on one side, and you match it up with that, and it just simply says a name.
Which is Luvatar?
Yeah.
I'll say the name out loud. Is anything in there?
You do. All the platinum rivets light up at the same time, and the stone door starts to slide backwards, like the entire door itself just pushing back, and then it slides down this little like slot into the floor.
Take a couple of breaths and walk forward.
Looking beyond, you can see that there is there's a very, very, like, do you have dark vision?
Yep.
Good. There's a very dark chamber just past, with two smaller antechambers, one on each side of this small, like, I wouldn't call it a hallway, it's wider than that, but it's a walkway, and you can see that there's one more door at the end.
Okay. I'll walk and take a look at the antechambers briefly, just from the outside.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
13.
13. One second, please. Does 20 hit your armor class?
No, the shield procs.
So you see, as you poke into this chamber, you see these two large mandible-like piercing teeth that reach down from above the door frame, and your shield bounces it away. You have a flash of memory of yourself working on this armor and then getting blown back, and that's exactly what happens to the creature as it blows back onto the floor. You can see it skittering amongst what you can now see are these long shelves with all these different strange relics on them, and one very, very long, slinking platinum, almost Chinese dragon statue. But I'm going to need you to roll initiative.
We haven't had a short rest, have we, since the last battle? So.
Nah. I rolled a natural 1 on initiative, so...
Oh, I mean, I could have beaten that with my own natural 1, but I rolled a 14, so...
Okay, so you have this spider, just this giant spider creature that has fallen and tried to attack you, that has tried to accost you. Something seemed to have made its home in this old forgotten place. It's your go. What do you do?
I mean, it's not gonna not attack me, so I guess I've got to go for it.
I mean, you could try to persuade it. I mean,
I don't think it understands common somehow. It's a spider, so yeah. I'm gonna. If I hold my action to attack, do I get 2 attacks or just 1? I think it's just 1, isn't it?
It is just 1.
I'm still gonna just do that. I'm just gonna stand there and not. I don't want to fight it, but I also will just attack if it attacks me again.
Okay. On its turn, it rushes forward towards you and takes an attack. So you take your attack.
Okay. Does a 22 hit it?
Yep.
Oh, 18 points of damage, of which 6 is fire.
Oh, nice. So you shove the pike up into it, and as you do, it kind of skitters over the pike, pushing itself deeper and pushing the pike all the way through its own torso and crawling towards you. And looking upon this, there seems to be something a bit unnatural about this spider. It has this, its blood has this glow to it. It's weird. But it climbs over the pike, and I rolled a natural 20 on my attack.
The other shield flares, so I've got none left in it now.
And it bites down onto you. You will take 11 points of piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
15.
15 succeeds. So you... Oh, God. I just rolled 2 8s on the 2d8. You'll take 8 points of poison damage, and you are not poisoned. But it just literally gets you in both collarbones and sticks in. You shove it away, and yeah, it's gonna try to slide off the pike and get away to a different chamber.
No, that's not happening.
Nope.
Can I? Oh, no, hold on. If I hold my turn, that's my reaction to do it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's running away.
So it gets away. It moved about 10 feet towards you. So it climbs up onto this ceiling. It gets up the wall about 20 feet.
Okay.
And your turn?
Okay, well, it's a bit out of my reach when I'm short, so I will smash the pike on the floor and become Big Ryan so that I can reach it. Because it ain't getting away.
All right.
And I think that puts me at 11 feet high, so I'm going to say I'm in range to attack it.
Yep.
And I'll do both attacks. A 22 and a dirty 20.
All right. So, yes, both hit.
First one is re-rolling with Piercer. That's better. 21 points of damage first. And the second is absolutely awful. It's 9 points of damage.
It'll do it, though. So tell me, how do you want to destroy the spider?
Well, I don't want to, but it's tried to kill me, so I'll just get it off the floor. First one will pick the spider up off the wall and put it on the ground, and then
I mean,
I'll
you
just
always
finish it
have the
on
option
ground.
to do non-lethal if you want.
It's probably gonna go for me when it gets up again.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So you pull it off the wall, and then you give it just a quick mercy kill. You stab into it. The fire flares, and then the torso of the creature just dries really quick and cracks and just splits open.
is there anything inside?
Roll an investigation check.
11.
11. There appears to be some kind of purplish long tooth inside its torso.
I'll take the tooth out.
You take the tooth out, and then you see the spider return to its original, reddish black form, and just kind of turns into a normal form of matter.
Interesting. Can I have a look at the tooth? Does it look... Obviously it's purple, but is it weird in any way? Is it obviously different?
Make a nature check.
9.
It's purple. It's a pretty long tooth. It's probably about 6 or 7 inches long.
I will pop it in my new haversack and save it for later. Get someone who's got a bit more knowledge to have a look at it. And I'll have a look around the rest of the room.
Okay, looking around this space, you do end up finding that there is a spot where dust has not gathered, and it is in the shape of the base of where the tooth is. Like, this was an artifact that was here that was consumed by a spider that kind of did something to it. But yes, you find that very long, slender, platinum, Asian-style mythological dragon figurine. It's about 3 feet long. There are a few little reliquaries, like little chambers with these ashes in them and stuff. Other than that, it seems like just relics, tools, that kind of thing.
I'll pick up the platinum dragon and have a look and see if there's anything kind of special on it, or engravings or something else.
There doesn't appear to be engravings of any kind. There doesn't appear to be runic carvings on it. But you turn it upside down, and under the belly it just says "An Memorum," or "in memory of."
Why do I feel like Cogstone didn't know this had happened? Okay, I'll take the tooth out and put it back where it was before.
All right.
And then I'll go into the other room, the other antechamber.
All right. You go into the other antechamber, and you find basically a mirrored image of that first room. There is no big long dragon statuette like there was in this one. You do, however, find another coin, a similar one to the one that you have. And that coin is like this silver, but it has this bluish hue to it.
I'll pick the coin up,
Okay.
then go back out into the hallway.
All right. You grab the coin, and it's almost like it's making this noise, like this humming noise. You walk into the hallway, and you can see that the coin is just giving off a little bit of light, even though you can see in the dark. You continue forward towards the final door, just this small little entryway, still big enough for you, even in your big form, but it's not like quite like the great doors you passed through before.
Is there any? I'll bite the bullet and take a look at the coin itself and see if there's anything it could match up to on that door, or if there's anything I can fiddle about with on the coin.
Roll investigation.
11.
There seems to be on the door this circular indentation that would fit the exact size of that coin, and it's even like indented to like the engravings that are on the coin itself.
That'll be where the coin goes, so I shall pop it straight in.
Yeah. You see a piece of stone, like this light starts to come through it in a perfect circular pattern, and then it before the door slides completely into the ground, the coin pops out of it and lands ting, ting, on the ground in front of your feet.
I'll pick it back up again and walk through.
You find a large courtyard, and what appears to be like this roped off piece of the plot of land. There's a few bushes and shrubs around the area, but the biggest, most conspicuous thing is the large pink and purple weeping willow tree that is just, it's probably a 60-foot tall tree. It's enormous and very, very conspicuous. And it like reflects off the light in this way where it makes it so bright and charming. It's hard to ignore. But in this roped off section just before the tree, you see sticking out of the ground some sort of a large piece of ivory of some kind. You look a little closer, and you notice that out here there's dragon bone.
I'll go search for more dragon bone. Or is it all in one spot?
You find pretty quickly by digging through this space, like you start to uproot some of the ground. You find that it's pretty conspicuous that there is probably the skeleton of a dragon that is buried here.
I'll have a look back at the new coin that I've picked up and see if there's any kind of more light coming out of that, or if it's still...
You look back at the coin, and you can see that instead of seeing the engraving, you see it is turned into a mirror, and it is looking back at your face right now. And you like kind of hold it up, and the canary hasn't gone away. It's still just sitting there on your shoulder. But you turn the coin just slightly enough to catch the image of essentially an old man in a very dirty robe behind you. Like someone had followed you in here.
I'll turn around.
You turn around and you just see, like, you went down a set of like 3 steps coming into this courtyard, and you can see that there's just an old man with these like fogged over eyes, like he's blind, and he's just sitting there staring at you. I gotta shut off this notification thing. I don't know how to do it. Hold on.
Just right click and sorry.
Right click and you can mute
No.
channel.
Mute channel. Okay. There we go.
RJ, we're playing Uno, okay?
Rocky won.
Rocky won. This is very important.
That is amazing. He goes, "It takes a set of big brass ones to desecrate a sacred burial ground."
I came here searching for Luvatar, but I feel I have found them. I didn't mean to desecrate it, I just was looking for answers.
You have found them, in a way. But much like when you look into the mirror of a coin, sometimes there are not one face, but 2. Livouter exists and doesn't, but she exists somewhere else. Somewhere in a mirrored place.
I'm not very good with riddles. I'm not the smartest person. So you might have
Wait.
to help me out a little here. I was sent to find her by Cogstarin, who we helped save. He said she'd have answers for me. About a great many things, apparently. Appeared that he's overblown those, but
Unfortunately for you, she has left behind only but a housekeeper. And you may not be the smartest, as you say, but trust in the way you take action. You might be the bravest. The coin then shifts back to this image of this spiraling dragon that's been on it, and quickly changes to the shape of a rune that spells her name. If you'd but brand yourself with yet another symbol, perhaps the day will come where you could unite Livouter back with her bones. Bring her back from the mirrored place.
it's a task I'll take. At least this time I have a choice about the branding. Can I choose where it goes? Didn't get a choice with the other ones.
I'll allow it. And then he disappears.
Cheers, Grandad. Right palm, you're a bit more fun. Left arm's got one, it's time for you, and I'll press it against the coin, against the right palm.
You press the coin in, and you can feel it's not like so much of a searing like it was with the fire rune, but more of this like this strange, like tingly psychic feeling, like your nerves are all being sprung together at the same time. It's both painful and pleasurable. And as this rune appears in your hand, you feel just this like rigor mortis for a moment, and then you grasp your hand and you can feel a new power blazing up inside you.
There's a reason. Those gloves are going to come in useful that I shouldn't have on site, and I will sketch the rune into my book and then put a glove, one of those, I think it was white, ice white gloves, onto my right hand. You might come in useful. No idea what you'll do, but I'm sure this might be helpful. And I'll clean up the mess that I've made and slowly walk out.
Right. You undesecrate the burial ground, make your way out of the mausoleum here.
As I go, I'll take a look at the new coin and see if anything's changed.
It looks like old Rylay currency.
Fucking dragons.
You get pecked
Right.
in the head by the canary.
Yeah,
Stay.
thanks. I deserved that. Thanks, Luvatar, and I'll walk out.
As you leave, the canary flies and stays within the temple.
I'll toss some bread to it. I might be back. No, I'll be back. I'll see you again.
Excellent.
Board Cosmo and head back to the tavern,
Awesome.
which they did not tell me where they were. Well, I think we did. Did I know where you guys?
You guys all decided where you were staying before you split up.
I will head back to the stables and then walk back to the tavern.
All right. Just finishing up dinner, Quinn, Faye, and Rista. You find yourself just eating at the bar. It's a comfortable setting, more comfortable than having to like deal with the posture and the manners of sitting at the at like a table and having to be all proper and shit. But you just basically eat bar snacks at the bar for a while. You get this pork dinner delivered to you, and you chow down on it. Mickey, you finish with your dream and get dressed and head down for dessert as you promised Rista you'd be here for dessert. And the four of you now sit. You're greeted with a warm smile by Rista, and you all sit here waiting to have dessert. What are you talking about?
When Mickey comes downstairs, she looks very, like, visibly stressed. Very, very anxious. Like, you can see as she sits down, like, her fingers are kind of, like, twitching. And she just, like, sits down and looks, like, straight down at the table.
Bath didn't go good?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm clean. Everything's fine.
Rista rubs your shoulders a little bit. She goes, "What is going on?"
I had a weird dream. I fell asleep in the bath again. My bad. I know I'm not supposed to do that.
That's pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Dream or a capital D dream? Ah. Well, what happened?
Oh, I'll tell you guys about it later. She just, like, goes right back down to staring at the table before realizing that there's nothing in front of her, and she goes, dinner? Did we eat?
We did, yeah.
Oh.
Do you?
Excuse me, bartender. She comes back over. Can Can we have another serving of pork and bread and vegetables for her, please?
Just a small one, if that's okay. Just a little one.
Sure thing, dear.
Thank you.
We're going to have to wait on dessert, I guess.
No, guy, eat dessert. Eat dessert.
No, we will all eat dessert together like a family, so help me.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Are we waiting for the other?
Yeah,
So-
where?
Yeah, they're taking a lot longer than I thought they would to go shopping.
I mean, maybe it's hard to find things in the city. Like, they don't have stuff available. I don't know.
Maybe they got lost. New
I mean-
city.
Yeah, I could see that.
There's a large brass hammer on top of this building that is visible from at height from anywhere, so I doubt they got lost.
Yeah, Ryan does also have that compass that I think you could ever get lost with. So,
I wonder, do you think it's like a franchise? I mean, Riley had the brass tracks, and this has the brass hammer. Do you think there's like a series of brass inns throughout the world?
possibly. I
Hmm.
think brass is pretty abundant. As part.
Yeah, true.
Still just staring out down at the table.
Seriously, are you doing okay?
Yep. So
Insight check.
Yes.
Rista, what is your insight? I rolled pretty good. Hold on. Gotta bust out her character sheet.
Holding.
Well, this is fun.
26.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you don't matter, Rista. 18.
got you with a 19.
Oh no, I'm just saying that's probably what Rista rolled. I didn't roll insight. Why would I roll insight? I think it's
Oh.
smart.
She can tell that Mickey is uncomfortable about something and freaking out a little bit. A lot of nervous energy.
Okay.
Do you want to? Do you want to take this upstairs? Your food and go. Like, do you want to be in the crowd or?
Oh no, this is fine. This is fine. No, we're good. Food. Yeah, that's the thing. Food.
The plate of food is served to you. Rista immediately steals a french fry off your plate. She goes, I'm still hungry.
I'll just push it over in her direction. Eat it. Eat it. It's fine.
You eat it. I just wanted one. You haven't eaten yet.
I will also pick up a french fry and just stare at her
Well-
while I eat it.
You bite into the french fry and it immediately sends you into a dream. I'm just joking.
I would slowly
It was
twist
that
my
good.
head towards Quinn and just like raise an eyebrow, like, you seeing this shit?
Just like, kind of like shake her head a little bit.
I mean, if you need to, if the crowd is saying, and I'll kind of tap my temple, do you want to talk about it? Or do you want to wait?
What?
If you need to say some things now, but you don't want to say them in the crowd, should we talk about it?
Oh! 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 If you want. I mean... She goes back to her plate and picks up a french fry and accidentally drops it back on the plate.
Mickey, the last time you were nervous, we were wading ankle deep in dead things trying to kill us in the veins. So, a little concerning.
That's not true. That's not true.
I mean, I suppose you were also pretty nervous when you were kidnapped after a performance. Do you get the point that I'm trying to make?
I'm not gonna get kidnapped
Again.
again. Everything's fine. Eat your dessert.
Okay. If you don't want to talk about it, I ain't gonna force you. Again.
She picks up a fork and just starts like twiddling it around in her fingers. Still not really eating the food in front of her.
Quinn just kind of looks over at Faye and goes, again.
Ah. Yeah, you were sleeping. The book did some things with
Like dangerous things? Like the one that I had?
not as dangerous. No one died. It was a little magic circle that made people incapable of lying while they were in it.
I think that would be useful in most situations.
Yeah.
Spontaneously, not so.
Yeah, not so spontaneously. Yeah, but it's not my business to talk about, so I'm gonna anyway.
Fair enough. I won't.
So how long are we gonna wait for these two schmucks?
I'd say if they don't show up by the time we're done with dessert, I'm ready.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Bartender, may we please have one entire cheesecake?
Good lord.
What a woman.
Do you guys want something else besides cheesecake?
Is that for you? Just for
Well,
you?
I figured I would share, but
Oh, okay.
if you want something else, I can go a little lighter on it.
No, that's all right. Yeah, cheesecake's fine.
Quinn, do you like cheesecake?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Do you want extra icing on it? Oh, sorry.
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, I just can't get over the fact of what just happened to Hush and Ryan, and we're sitting here like, cheesecake? Is cheesecake... If I get cheesecake, are you going to eat some?
This is high-class fantasy adventure.
It's better than what we were
Great, I
doing in the
love it.
chat, which was just playing Uno.
Oh.
I don't get what you guys were doing. Anyway. You get served dessert. An entire wheel of cheesecake. Rista takes the thing and starts to serve it around. She goes, I get very, very, very hungry when I have to mess with dead things. So, excuse me if I'm engorging myself.
Hey, that's all right. We get very hungry when we have to make dead things, so it works out.
Yes, and I can recycle them.
I like it. No part goes to waste.
Do you have anything to say about that, Quinn?
Nope, just keep it real quiet.
I could definitely see Micah vibrating a little bit while sitting there.
Trying to be real polite, so she's just gonna be quiet.
Oh,
All right.
should we get a bottle of some kind of alcohol and go hang out privately in the room, in one of our rooms? Have a little party?
I would not mind that. I guess we'll have to just leave the other keys at the front desk and give descriptions in case they come.
To be fair, it's only I think they're sharing.
Yeah, true. I also hope they don't mind. We kind of group them together in a room. Ugh.
Well, they weren't really here to pick room assignment.
That's true.
I'm sure they'll let
I love how passive aggro this is going.
Well, if someone was here with the group,
You know something? They didn't ever ask for cheesecake, so I don't know. All right.
Yeah, I'll go to the front desk, key there, let them know. Give descriptions of the other two and ask when they come by if you don't mind. Their room's already been paid for. Just I think they might be getting in a bit late.
So you said it's a young man with an old man's hair
Correct. Yes. Basically,
who's kind of
every
ripped.
person you can think of except
And
and a cat lady.
a cat lady.
on speed.
All right, sure. Yeah, sounds good. Not saying I don't believe you.
I see someone's been paying attention to my muscles. That's good.
It's been working out, you know?
Ugh.
Putting words in Quinn's mouth. Okay, so you turn in the key for Brian and Hush to have, and you all go up and just share a little bit of a bonding moment.
Before Mickey goes up, she kind of trails behind and asks the bartender for a very strong shot of whiskey.
Damn.
Have you ever had dwarven whiskey before?
No.
You want to fucking try it?
Yep.
I'll do one with you. No one should have to do this alone.
God saving throw? What?
Go ahead and take the shot. Make a constitution check, please.
16.
Burns as it goes down. You make a face. Well, you're good. Damn, you handled that really fucking good.
That was good.
Hey, whatever troubles come by you, hope you get through it.
Thanks. Thank you. Oh, it burns in my nose.
You guys enter the fancy brass-plated hotel room, and you all sit in the lounge area around a table to share a moment. I think we're going to take a little break here. I gotta go to the potty.
Okay.
And, yeah, I'll say it.
You got
He
potty.
said body.
Gotta go to the pee-pee room?
I knew you were gonna say that.
All right, so we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes, somewhere in that range. And thanks a lot.
Okay, we back.
Welcome back
Turn.
To Cheesecake Fest.
cheesecake. So the four of you sit in the space in the lounge in this hotel room. Rista sets a cheesecake and a bottle of, let's say she's bought some, a bottle of rum.
Yeah.
And you all are sharing in this moment.
And I'm kind of just looking around at the quiet and academic Rista and the quiet and laconic Quinn and the Mickey who's having a little mini panic attack and just realizing that, like, oh boy, it looks like it's in conversation steering's in my court. Okay.
You're currently the life of the party, Faye.
So, how are we finding the coal quests, everybody?
Takes a big gulp of rum.
This place is really nice, I think. It's not so sandy, and dwarves seem friendly enough, yes?
Yeah, so far, yeah.
A lot bigger than I thought it was. I was sort of expecting just a band of underground rebels, essentially.
Yeah, it is a little odd that there's just like an island over here where everybody worships openly. Just not that far from R'lyeh, but yeah.
Nice change, though.
Yeah.
I suppose it's supposed to be kind of hard to get to unless you have a mini dragon to fly upon.
I mean,
That's a good point.
true. There didn't seem to be any docks in the city, so I don't think getting here by boat's pretty easy. Think anybody would know about my god? Should I ask around about that?
I think you got a better shot of it here than anywhere else.
True.
Shout it out the window, see if anybody knows.
There was a library that was mentioned. You might be able to find more information there.
I mean, Rista suggested it. I'm just going to be like, hey, does anybody know about the Fathomless? She who grasped the world? Underwater deity?
I don't want to buy anything that you're selling. Please, keep it to yourself.
Sure, no problem. Sorry, sir.
Hey, who wants to hear about my Lord and Savior, the Fathomless? Just out.
Oh my goodness, I can swim again. Oh, this is so nice.
Are you going swimming?
I mean, I have the potential to now, which is important. I couldn't in R'lyeh.
Oh, because they told you were banned from it. Remember that whole thing? That was so funny. They were going to blame you for the whole Celestium attack thing, and then instead, I saved your ass. Good for me.
You did, and good for you. Yeah. Yeah, we probably should. Like, who actually did the Celestium attack?
What do you mean?
I mean, do we know who attacked the arena that day? Do we have any theories or guesses? Y'all are pretty smart.
Well, putting some of the clues together, that happened. Many strange omens have come forward from stories that you have told and from things that I have seen. It would be hard to say that it wasn't connected, and even this star, still nobody has found an answer to this. And That's up for us to do, right?
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, we kind of got a little sidetracked. This all did start because you wanted us to go find something for you to look into the missing star. Kind of got a little off track with that, I think.
Is there something you're still needing before you can do that?
I need to find the graveyard where the Eladrin elf is buried.
And you think it's in the cold press, or?
I do.
I mean, probably going to be a lot of graveyards in an island this size, so any idea where to start? Just ask around for old graveyards?
The dragon had mentioned the spires of the old sages, and that there was a graveyard south of that. It seems dangerous, but perhaps maybe there?
Was Elfaria well known? If you just ask where the grave of Elfaria Mistletoe is, people might know where to find that.
I'm less about asking and more about just doing. I might just... Sorry. I might just go there and try to find it.
Well, I mean, we'll go with you. Who knows what's going to happen down here, so...
I do need... I will need both of the chrysanthemums. I don't think it will destroy them, but I will need both of them to complete what I'm trying to do.
Okay. Should we what time is it right now?
Probably about 8 o'clock. The sun is just setting.
Okay. So I don't know how, the whole death on necromancy magic thing works. Should we go tomorrow, or is this something that, needs to be done during the night?
I will only act as a tag along. So whatever things you want to accomplish, we can do, and then we can research what I wanted to whenever it's convenient. I am but a guest on your journey. Roll a stealth check, Jackie.
$19.
All right.
Well, in that case, what else did we want to do while we're... Combine some of these? Like I said, this place is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. But we have means of fast travel. We should be able to get from place to place relatively quickly.
True. Honestly, I was probably going to just go pick up some components, do a little, I feel like we're going to be here for a while and might have some time to work on a few things I got kicking around. I don't want to stray too far in case, Ryan and Hush come back. Not in case they come back, when they come back.
You start to hear a rumbling, like a bit of an earthquake from beneath.
I'm just going to be like, not here, stay down there, not up, don't come up.
It's getting closer and closer and closer. And a large hole erupts in the floor, and an earth elemental pops up.
We were in Mickey and Rista's room.
No, we said we were going there, but we ended up sitting in the common room, I guess.
No, you were going to one of the hotel rooms.
Okay.
What is my purpose?
Rocky, it is good to see you.
What is my purpose?
Well, your purpose is to stay with me, and we're probably going to be here for a while, so we're going to need your protection later on. So stay with me and protect us.
Protect. May I go into the ground for now?
Yes, you may.
The floorboards collapse back around the hole that was created.
Okay.
That might be a bit of a...
Yeah, I got that, and I'm gonna start mending the floorboards back as best I can.
Roll a spellcasting ability check.
That is a 24.
Good. So as the moments go by and you continue working on fixing the floor, you make it look pretty damn good. Like it hadn't been broken into pieces.
Nice. Good. And I'll actually pause for a second and be like, huh. You know, it worked on the map. Let me see. And I'm going to pull my cracked pearl out, and I'm going to cast Mending on the cracked pearl. I'll just be like, well, people recognize this, so I don't know, maybe something will happen if it's fixed.
You see,
RJ's
as you're trying to like concentrate on mending the pearl, it looks like it starts to like formulate its own power, but like ward itself from mending itself, and you see a little tentacle spring forth, and it will not let you mend it.
Well, I tried. Kind of probably should have seen that coming.
Worth a try.
Yeah, worth a try.
Well, how about you, Mickey? You'll have things you want to do around here or in the area. Anything in particular you're looking to do? Find out? See what's happening.
She puts down the bottle abruptly, startled. What? Oh, yeah, do things.
Was there anything in particular here you were curious about, wanted to look into?
What?
You guys notice that about half the bottle is gone.
Oh my gosh.
What am I doing? What are we doing?
Ooh, boy, I feel bad for
We
any
were having a
at a
conversation.
room with her tonight.
Who?
Looks at Risa.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
I'm just gonna drink more.
You just take another drink. It's fine.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Well, after she takes that sip and puts it down, I'm gonna pull it back. away.
No.
I think you've had this. This was for all of us to share. I think you've had your share, and she'll kind of like wave it back and forth, like half gone.
I can always buy another bottle if you...
I'll take one. Please.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, obviously.
11.
Okay, never mind.
I am tickled pink by this, and I need a DM ruling on whether or not I can shape water to give Mickey another shot of rum by kind of just like whoop, bringing it out of the bottle to her mouth.
Oh my god, okay. Roll a spellcasting ability check.
Not as good. 14.
So you shape some of the rum out of the bottle and you just pull it forth, but then the rum, like the distilled liquid itself and water start to separate, and the droplets just fall on the table.
That's a good trick.
Yeah. I tried.
What?
It's okay.
Okay.
Mickey, did you want to visit the temple of your Kier while you're here?
What?
The temple of Kier. The temple of Kier.
Oh. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's go right now.
Not right now, but maybe tomorrow.
We can go right now though. It's probably.
You,
We can just stay right now.
I am not going to be with you while you get an FUI, a flying under the influence. Not happening.
Who's flying? I'm not flying. I can though.
No, you can't.
Oh God.
I can.
No, you can't.
You want to see? I'll fly out that window right now.
Please don't.
No,
I
you
think we've
can't.
done enough damage to this room.
I'm gonna open the window. Watch. She'll walk over and try and open the window.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check.
This is how Mickey dies. She falls out the window.
7.
7. You pull the window open, but also fall forward and you start to tumble out the window.
Oops.
Whoops! You fall about 5 feet down into the grass below.
I did it!
I mean, technically, falling is flying in one direction, I suppose.
Rista leans her hand out. She goes, "Do you want to come back in?"
I'm flying.
You're just standing there.
Oh. Bamf the wings out.
Come out, but one of them kind of like curls like that.
You want to see me? I'll fly right now.
You could just come back inside.
I could do that. And the wings will start to...
I cast Gust.
So you see Drunken Mickey begin to fly about. You see 2 guards walking around, these 2 dwarves. They're like, "Hey, you, get down here right now."
I'm flying to the temple.
Are you drunk?
No.
That's great. You can't fly. Oh, jeez. Whose person is this?
Quay's just back in the room, just drinking from the bottle.
Oh, can I have some? Thank you.
Oh dear. Oh my god. What's going to happen? You see, as you're flying, you see that in this double vision, you see 2 more. Well, it's 2 more increased to 4 because of your drunken double vision. You can see 2 flying creatures coming from different places out in the distance. They look like they're going to be here pretty soon.
Who's that? I'll land on the roof. Try and like...
All right, roll a dexterity saving throw.
Saving throws are also at disadvantage when poisoned?
No.
17.
Sick.
Wow.
You catch yourself. You do a little pirouette, and you're just out there on the roof now.
Who's that? Is that Jolene? You gotta say hi.
You see as they get closer that there's riders on the back of them.
Hey. It's my wyvern.
And you two, as you're flying back toward the tavern, you see Mickey on a roof. You cut the corner to go stable your wyverns. A few moments later, go back towards the Brass Hammer Inn and Restaurant.
Hold on. We saw Mickey on the roof when we were on our wyverns.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh my
immediately flying to the roof. Because why the hell is she on the roof?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm climbing up the roof.
Okay. You land your wyvern and climb up the roof. You land your wyvern on the roof, Ryan.
Mickey,
You s-
I'll
What the
walk
hell
over.
are you doing?
I'll walk over and just hug Cosmo. Hey, Jolene. You good girl.
oh my god, have you been drinking?
This is really good rum.
You know, I once knew a town actually that had banned and outlawed all side.
Mickey,
County was death actually.
Yeah, I can.
Hopefully, this isn't one of them.
I don't think so.
Mickey, get on Cosmo. I'll take you back to the
It's
tavern. Come on.
Jolene.
No,
Yes,
Where-
it's Jolene, and
Yes,
Jolene
it's
wants to
Jolene.
take you back.
Jolene wanted to take you back. Come on, get on. She's great, wonderful. You've trained us so well. Please
Yeah,
get on.
I
We'll
did.
take you back.
But I'm right here.
Yeah, but you need to go to your room so you can sleep.
I'm in my room.
No, you're not. You're on a roof.
How'd I get here?
How? Yeah, that's a really good question. How did you get here?
They
Ryan,
reach up here out of a window and like look up and Mickey, where did you go off to?
Wait, I'm in
Okay,
my room.
Mickey, take my hand. Mickey, you trust me? I'll pull her onto the wyvern.
Whee.
You
Okay,
feel
Cosmo.
the compulsion to, you feel the compulsion to start singing as Ryan grabs your hand.
I pull her onto Cosmo, sit her in front of me, and fly down to the window where I saw Easter.
It's like, okay, come to me.
Yeah, it's fine.
You
fine.
have to tell me
I'll
twice.
I'll hand her over like a baby.
Okay, Risa's gonna roll a strength check.
God, I hope she failed.
Really good, actually. It's a 20.
nice.
She pulls you into the window. Your wings at this point have gone away.
Am I? How did I get on the roof?
You flew there. So that was pretty cool. Risa shuts the window and then locks
Yes,
it.
I was gonna say. I'll just give a thumbs up and then fly back to the stables.
Whoa. Told you I could do it.
You proved me wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Flew. Idiot.
Yeah.
Also, Quinn, you remember that city was also run by dwarves
Mhm.
that you mentioned.
And also that they didn't actually, the punishment actually. She was just.
Yeah. You two stable your wyverns and then meet back up with the rest of the group in this hotel room that you found them in, scrambling around.
Where's our key / our keys?
You two are sharing a room. Your key is at the front desk. They should have gave it to you when they saw you.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't actually
Oh.
stop.
I mean, did
I
you
can
leave them
very
a
clear
description? Oh. Well, I have to be probably one of the only tabaxi in the city. I don't know. We'll go see.
Maybe it was busy.
You hear a knock on the door.
Hello?
Hello?
Who's there?
This is the concierge.
Concierge who?
Brian,
The
that's-
old
get
young
the-
man
oh,
and
the-
cat lady have rushed past me, and I didn't give them their key, so I'm here to give
Oh.
them their key.
I
I'll just
don't-
turn
I
to
don't
Quinn.
get it.
I'll just turn to Quinn. Old young man.
I think she must have just misunderstood what I.
No, I think that's exactly what you said, and I'll open the door.
Sir,
Hi, old young man here. My name's Ryan.
surreptitiously hold my hand
Hello?
out for
Excuse,
a high five for Quinn.
excuse Ryan Bob and his attitude. He's had a long day.
Here you go, Ryan Bob, and
But my name is not Ryan Bob. Ignore the silly half elf.
Ryan Bob.
I don't get the joke, Rista.
I throw the hand axe handle end at Faye.
because it's not his name.
Roll an attack roll, I
I'm
guess.
rolling an attack. To say I'm asking a really dumb question. Does a 12 hit?
12 is one higher than my AC.
You take like it's the I didn't mean to hurt, so it's the blood, it's the handles, so it's only going to do like A damage. It clocks you on the head.
Doom.
Ryan here, sorry. Bob has nothing to do with my name. I'm taking it this is our key.
Bob's
Yes.
your uncle.
Thank you very much for handing it to us. Where is
The person just looks really strangely at you and leaves. It's
Oh.
like 2 rooms down from.
Can
Okay.
we have more to drink?
No.
Sure. I pass the rum bottle to her.
Yeah!
Is that advisable? Is that a good idea, Faye?
No, it's really not. Make sure that window's still locked, please.
Drinks more.
Do I have Arcane Lock as a spell? I don't think so.
Might want to learn it.
I might have
Little
to
early.
after.
Does Nikki have knock?
No. Not
No,
yet.
but we have a lot of people with Mage Hand who can unlock that window.
I mean, or a regular hand could also unlock that.
True. But you'd have to walk over for that. Mage Hand you might not detect.
So welcome back to our party. Welcome.
We're having a party!
Ryan, you okay, buddy? You look a little worse than we left you.
Trouble at the shops?
Oh, yeah. No, it's nothing. This is just from the dragon fight we had.
Dragon fight? Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Does he look a little
Nothing.
tired?
It's
I'm gonna roll an invest
delayed reaction.
Insight check.
inside.
Delayed reaction, he says. Delayed reaction.
I trust him.
I rolled a 15.
17.
Oh. No, these are definitely new.
Bullshit.
I'll walk over and like try to like put my hand on his shoulder to use my healing hands, but I'll like accidentally like slap him in the face. Here
You
you
just
go,
palm his face.
and you get 7 hit points back.
I mean, you didn't need to do
Here
that.
you go.
I'm
I helped.
No, I'm perfectly fine. You don't.
Yeah, thanks to me.
I was fine beforehand.
Run your pockets. Now.
There's literally nothing that you haven't seen.
Hands in the air. I'll check.
Weren't
my
you guys
guess.
together? Anyway?
Whoa.
Yeah, weren't you shopping together?
Well, yeah, but we also split up afterwards. So he went and did his own thing. I went and did my own thing. We also have to do things tomorrow. Didn't mention that before.
Yes.
What did you buy while you were shopping?
Hey, have you seen my new
Stuff.
backpack?
It's a Hello Kitty backpack.
It's a Hello Kitty backpack. Doesn't it look so cute?
It's
Very
really
nice.
cute.
And
It
even better,
offends me.
I will take my pike and bottom end down, put it slowly in, and watch it disappear completely. Be like, so you know who your best friend is now. If you need
Gimme.
anything storing,
Give
No.
it, give it, give it,
I've never seen a
Give it.
pink tabaxi before, and I don't like this.
give it to me.
I'll recolor it. Don't worry.
Ryan,
Yeah.
give me. Ryan,
Mickey, we'll talk about this in the morning.
Ryan, give me.
Mickey,
I want to see it.
no, because you're not. No, it's not going to be where you throw up. That's
No,
not
I'm not
staying
gonna
inside
I
the
don't
backpack.
have to throw up. Just give me.
What's the magic word?
Please?
I'll give her the haversack.
And I'll just stick my arm in there. Just plunge it in.
I go to push her entirely inside that.
At this point, you realize
Outside.
that the backpack you bought might have had an extra little enchantment on it, and a set of teeth grow out of one of the pockets and clamp down on Mickey's arm.
Yeah.
Just joking.
Excellent.
I was about to
Yeah.
say, really? Hell yeah.
It's a mimic.
That would be pretty great, actually.
It would
That
be
would
pretty
be-
good.
I mean, maybe not for Mickey, but
It would be really hilarious.
it would.
Yeah. Are you guys busy tomorrow, per chance?
I mean, I think we all have things we wanted to check out here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am supposed to meet up with a friend tomorrow, and I told him that I would introduce all of you guys.
Oh, cool. You where in the city is he?
On the next city over. We're gonna have to take the wyverns to get there, but it's really pretty. Make sure that whatever you're wearing is clean.
Wait, if he lives in this city, why the hell are we meet? Oh, well, whatever.
Clean.
All right. Yeah.
Yep, clean. But I'm not done with
This
you, Ryan.
be okay?
No.
Good. Okay.
If there's any chinks in your armor, any rust at all, if any piece of fabric is out of place, if there's any stains, if there's any dirt, he's gonna know, and he's gonna make fun of you a little bit for it.
Okay, and this is going on the assumption that I'm going to care.
True, but I mean, just to save you the headache. It's endearing. You just gotta get to know him.
Okay.
He means well, I promise. But I'm not finished with you yet. You had an entire, journey, I think. What did you go up and do?
What did you go up and do?
This backpack smells funny.
That's because you threw up in it, please. I told you not to do that.
You had your hands up in the air. What's that?
Her head's just in the
What's
back.
what?
Something on your hand. That
Yeah,
wasn't there before.
it's a glove. Remember I won those gloves? My hand was a
Yeah.
bit cold, so I put my glove on. So what?
Insight.
I mean, it makes sense. You are used to a desert city.
Yeah.
Take it out.
19.
Smells like nuts.
2!
Yep. I put the glove on because my hand was cold.
Fine. You're not gonna share anything that you saw? Saves
It
us
was
a trip.
There's nothing to see where I went.
Fair.
The place is deserted. I can take you tomorrow, but Cogstone sent me down a blind alley.
I mean, he was kind of trapped in there for a century.
100 years. Yes, I think that whatever he knew, sadly, is gone.
It's gone. I know he didn't send you anywhere without, some kind of direction or a hint. There's really nothing there at all.
Whoever used to inhabit there has died.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I didn't know him personally. It's annoying because I hoped they'd have answers, but
That's a bummer.
I guess I'll have to find my answers elsewhere.
Do you have any leads at all?
Brash and Cogstone was going to ask about him, even though he apparently really hates Rylandor. Because he's arrogant or something. I don't know. Very weird. He got very up in arms, but not up in arms about him. Speaking of, Faye, can you message him? Is
Yeah.
that possible? Can you just
Oh.
ask him if he knows anything about Brash? Tell him I'm asking. If he's got any information.
Sure. That's all you want me to say is just ask if he's got any information on Brett?
Any information on Brash?
Okay. Should I tell him you know?
I'm asking, yes, please.
Okay.
Because I can't send a message. I'm not
True.
skilled in magic.
All right. So, I'm supposed to meta. I'm supposed to write it on the page of my book. So I guess I'm just gonna whisper into the crack on the pearl, be like, Cogstern, it's Faye. Ryan wants to know if you know anything about Brash.
Who's Ryan?
Ryan Bob. Sorry.
Oh. Rash. Indeed a posseman of the arrogant, self-absorbed Rylandor. Last I knew, he probably lived in Port Dowd.
Actually, I should also ask. Again, it traditionally appears as a written message. Does this only do I hear this, or is this broadcast from the Pearl because of?
Oh, it's supposed to be written?
Yes. It's just supposed to pop up on text on the page that vanishes after a minute.
So that's the text that came up, but you read it in your head in Cogs Terran's voice.
Okay. So oh god, my Pearl is now a magic 8-ball, just scrolling messages appear on it, sending, which is
except the little thing that's bouncing around in the magic 8-ball, the little hedron shape.
Yeah.
Is actually some kind of strange iris. It's
creepy. I love it.
Hate it.
So I'll let him know. I'll be well, he still have good things to say about Rylandor, but he thinks he's in Port Dowd.
Port Dowd, fine. Okay. What
Oh,
did he
that's
say
a
about
ways away, isn't
Rylandor? Yeah, well, I need to go there. What did he say about Rylandor? Was it the big, oppressive, annoying, very obnoxious, blah blah, Rylandor? Yeah,
pretty.
Okay. He really has a bone to pick with him, and I don't understand why. His tone changed distinctly when I showed him the compass. He was like, "What have you done?" It's I didn't do this, but
I get the distinct feeling there's some friendly rivalry going on there. Maybe they were exes. I don't know.
I mean, they are both.
I can see it.
Metallic dragons, so there's always going to be a rivalry.
And metal hits metal, sparks fly. So
I can see it.
Best not to think about that. But anyway,
I don't mean literally, dude.
I don't understand sometimes how to judge what you're saying, whether to take it literally or not. So
yeah, welcome to
Try both, see how it goes.
But yes, that mausoleum, Luvatar is gone.
Mickey,
should I tell him that?
Ryan and Faye, their faces are moving a lot, and there's a lot of sounds coming out of them.
Oh my! I figured my torso is halfway in that backpack.
Oh, no.
Mickey, I'll grab her by the scruff of the neck and pull her out.
Hey!
You've had enough time to play with this today.
I was going on an adventure.
Yeah, that's a really bad idea, and I'm taking the backpack back.
No.
Yes. Okay. Oh, you wanna strength this?
Yeah, I'll beat you.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
Drunken strength.
Mickey.
Yeah.
As you
Go ahead and roll up.
Mickey, if you climb in feet first, could you just poke your head out and Ryan could carry you on his back?
I don't know. Let's try it. Let me climb.
No, let's not try it. I'm taking the backpack back.
But anyway, should I let him know that this Luvatar, should I let him know that they're dead?
That might be a good idea, but maybe we need to do that in person. He might already know.
Okay.
I think he's doing fact-finding at the moment. What? Why is Mickey laughing?
No, that's
exactly
Jackie laughing.
98 messages in this thing? Jesus.
We started playing Truth or Dare at some point in time.
I did get another task, which is to reunite. Apparently they're in a mirror plane. I don't know. Found this all very weird. So there were some notes, some things about their spirit being somewhere else.
Did you say a mirrored plane?
I did say a mirror plane.
Do you know the theories of mirrored planes and how they exist in comparison to the material?
I'm afraid my education might not have been
hush,
good.
Go.
History check.
You raised your hand. Rista definitely addressed you academically as soon as you raised your hand.
Oh, yeah, so there are different kinds of planes that sit adjacent to the one that we're on now, usually of different magical properties. Very different, very woobly.
What are your history check?
It was 11.
11. Yeah, you've said what you've said.
Okay. This is a mist dragon, and do we have any
Dragon
idea
of
where they
the
might
mist.
be?
Can I roll another history check?
Yeah. Actually,
23.
Quinn, roll a history check with advantage.
Yeah!
Kind of.
I got 23.
What's my history? 21.
21.
Surely your history is like plus 10. You've lived through half
There's
of it.
only 2 mirrored planes of existence, and you come from one of them. The other one is called the Shadowfell, but the one you come from is called the Feywild.
Very wild.
I mean, technically, the Feywild is.
Mhm.
Oh,
But
the
there are
Feywild's
others?
one. That's interesting.
Would I know
didn't-
the Shadowfell is the other?
Yep.
Then I will also share that. The ones I know of are the Feywild Court and the Shadow. You say this is a mist dragon?
It's a mist dragon, so it'll probably be the Feywild then that it's in. That would be where I'd have thought.
Possibly.
I'm gonna roll a history
The
check.
Shadowfell is also a little
That's not very good.
strange.
Shadowfell's a little more shadowy.
I mean, they'd be there if they went willingly.
Faye.
You said
that's-
Levitaire was dead.
Faye, are you from
Yes.
the Feywild?
No,
It's named after you, though.
it is named after me.
I feel like there was not much willingness about this, but it's something to do with their spirit is trapped there. This won't be much of a diversion.
Oh, okay. Huh.
So it's fine.
Ominous.
Are you trying to visit the Feywild?
I have some business there.
You thought about it. You want to go.
Yeah, I have business there.
Are we going right now?
No,
No,
that would be a very, very bad idea with you in this state.
Why?
You just tried to climb into a backpack.
Yeah.
I don't think you're particularly in a sane state of mind to be coping with the Feywild.
You're not in a sane state of mind.
I've never been in a
Ryan,
sane
if
state
I
of
may,
mind.
do you think she's in a state of mind to be agreeable to what you're saying right now?
No, which is why we should talk about this tomorrow.
Precisely.
We're gonna go on
Um,
an adventure, and you can't come. Because you
I
go on your
will
own adventures all the time.
About what
Say
time
this.
is it now?
Mickey knows this because she can speak Draconic. When Rylandor was asking me who to find, I know where she is, but I don't know how to get there. Well, I say I know where she is. She's in the Feywild, but I don't know where.
I mean, forget that. If it's a different plane of existence, do we know how to get there?
Yeah, so getting there is the problem, and getting to where she is there, I might have some leads, but I still don't know how to get to the Feywild, so...
Quinn, would you know how to get there?
Not entirely. Spent some time in a sort of pocket space of the Feywild, but it wasn't quite. Didn't exactly have access to. So I don't think that's do what.
That's fair. I have heard that interplanar travel is a little fickle.
Certainly possible, but I certainly don't have them. So
My friend might know since he speaks with gods and stuff. Yeah, Miki, my friend is
What?
he's a. I mean, are you familiar with other gods besides Kier?
No?
Oh, okay. I did manage to find him. He does follow a different god, so
Religion
he might
is-
actually know.
Religion is illegal, hush.
Yeah, like,
Can't.
let's... Any serious conversation we really should have tomorrow morning, because That's never going to go well.
What?
I
Illegal?
think it's dumb.
I'm not going to jail. I know not to talk about my god. In
You
public.
can talk about it here.
Weird. Yeah, here I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it anyway, though, whether they like it or not.
But you're gonna go to jail, and then
No, no,
no.
we'll never see you again.
I'm no stranger to jail. It won't be the first, and certainly won't be the last time I've been breaking out of it. So,
You've been to jail.
yeah, I'm pretty cool.
Whoa,
I have two.
Rista, but you went to jail too.
I have
Getting
after
grounded
this
by
list.
your dad doesn't
check
really
Rista
count,
going
does
to
it?
jail.
Being grounded by your dad doesn't really
I
count,
actually
right?
know she has been to jail. She went. Well, did she go to jail because of this, or did she
She
just like?
went to like a holding cell.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
She went through a holding cell for an hour and a half before Daddy bailed
Yeah.
her out.
yeah.
Hey,
that's-
juvenile delinquents!
High
Up
five.
top.
And Rista seems just like the type of person who'd be like, "You don't know how it is on the inside." Okay, Rista. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's these sort of hardened criminals I was in there with.
Being held against your will is never fun, is it?
No, it's not.
Haunted look in her.
Just a mile-long stare.
The things I had to do to survive.
What'd you do? Why'd you go to jail?
It was us. We were the reason she went to jail.
No.
Well, specifically me.
Yeah, specifically the watery one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. Thank you for the experience.
Oh, I'm
I-
sure it's lovely.
I'll never
being
forget
held.
the things I saw in the prison.
How long were you in for?
It must have been. My sentence was
House arrest, wasn't it?
3
Hours?
hours.
Whoa.
Whoa. You had it rough, Rista.
Yeah, that was bad.
What about you? You said you went to jail before. How long was your sentence?
Couple days.
Whoa.
They can't keep me down there for that long. I always find a way out.
Did you break out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are we playing truth or dare? Because
Oh,
I'm
we
Yeah.
can.
I'm
I
Truth
think
or
it's
dare,
pretty
Mickey?
dead.
what
A little
dare?
tired
Hush.
from the day.
Hush
Yeah.
is the cool one.
I
Am
think
I-
She broke out. Getting smuggled out's much less fun.
Am I doing a dare?
Do you want to do it there?
Okay.
All right. Quinn, dare Mickey to do something.
I'm really not.
Yeah,
I'm-
Quinn.
I'm good.
I'll do it.
I'm all set. How about this? Mickey, I dare you to go to sleep.
That's a good one. It's tough.
Ooh.
That's boring.
Can I take you to your own bed first? Since we are in... Oh, are we in Mickey and Risa's room?
Yeah.
We can leave you two alone if that's fine.
You
if
see her.
that's what
You
you
see
want.
Mickey's eyes just go. Why?
Yeah, there's no need for an insight check on that one.
Nope. Not at all.
In fact, you know what? I'll take that as my cue. What are the other room situations?
You and Hush are in the second room down. Me and Quinn next one over.
Yeah,
Solid.
I'll keep it quiet. I'll just
Oh.
be studying.
The party's
Excellent.
over? No, party's not over. We're
Yeah,
having
it's
a,
over.
we're having,
You're going to
I
sleep.
think-
we're having a sleepover. Everyone can sleep.
No,
Yes, we
you
are,
and
in
you and
different
Reese are having a sleepover,
Yes.
and we're leaving you two to it. It'll be more fun that way.
Yes, it will.
Rista blushes and just has no idea what to say.
And I'll open the door and I'll be like, okay, well, Hush, I guess we're 2 doors down, so let's
Yeah.
go get ourselves situated.
All right. Later, guys.
Yep,
And be
see you
ready
guys
for
in the
tomorrow.
It's
Seriously.
a bright, early start, so any excuses in the morning for getting up late will not be tolerated.
We got a lot to do.
Yep.
I know
Okay,
how.
good night.
Okay, good night.
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you guys going? No, the party's not over.
Oh, it's just our party now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you two are gonna have your sleepover now.
Yes.
Okay.
Have fun. As I leave.
I cast prestidigitation for a couple of little poofs of celebratory spark. Bye. Ka-chunk.
All right. You all adjourn to your respective rooms. Essentially, Mickey, you lie down on the bed and Reese just kind of strokes your hair until you feel comforted enough to fall asleep in your drunken state, unless there's something else you'd like to do.
Nope, that's good. That's fine. It takes
She's
a while.
basically sings you a little song, but she's not very good at singing. She's like, "Go to sleep, go to sleep, little."
Oh, she's such a fucking dork.
Ryan, Hush, you adjourn to your room. All three rooms look very similar. They're very, very nice. It's set up for a nice luxurious stay. You paid a good coin for it. Anything you two would wish to accomplish before getting to sleep?
Hush is going to occupy the entire floor with a bunch of loose leaf papers, notes, a book, and crafting materials to see if we can finish up that spell page.
Do you want a hand with that?
Yes, please. I feel so close to getting this
Okay.
done.
I will do my best, but this is, you know me in spells, but I will, where I can, I will help.
Today is always a beautiful day to learn.
Oh,
Just
I
please don't
will
blow
be
up the room.
listening. I won't disturb anything. I will look, watch, and see what you're doing, and try my best to help out where I can.
Okay. Gonna roll. I think I have like one thingy left.
Yes, roll with advantage if you have somebody helping you.
Ooh.
And what's the check for that one?
It was your. What did we roll this?
Wasn't it intelligence?
Yeah, intelligence plus proficiency, I think.
That's gonna be 15.
Okay. How far along the spell page were you?
I was 70%.
One second. Was your component a tier 1 or tier 2 component?
I used up all my tier 2s. The last one I had is tier 1.
$15. Did we say that this was 1 benefit, 2, or 3?
It's a spell page of scrying, so I'm not entirely sure. And depending on how well I crafted it, it would give me a certain amount of uses that you determine that I don't know about.
Right. So you're 5% away from finishing it right now.
Oh my god.
After that one. So the next roll you determine the next time you craft this page, you'll both finish it and we'll determine how many times you can use it.
Cool.
But with Ryan's help, you make a ton of progress in this effort to get this all complete.
Okay. We burned through quite a bit of resources. You didn't blow up the room.
Yeah, that's always positive. I can see a little bit how it sort of works, which is interesting.
It's a weird school. I don't really mess with this kind of magic that much.
Yeah, I don't know it too well either, but
Yeah, it's a little different, but I really do appreciate your help.
Anytime. I like to learn. And my stuff is more about protecting or damaging. This sort of stuff is a bit more fun. Like, not my wheelhouse. So,
It's not, but I do hope that, for things that you do feel like you might need help with, that you could lean on us a little more. I know you have a really personal journey going on. I don't want to press about it if I don't have to. But you shouldn't be going it alone.
I know, but this one, more than any other, felt like a solo thing.
I respect that.
And I know that you guys have my back when it matters. So I never worried about that. But
Well, we have a long day. When we go to the store tomorrow, could you help me buy some stuff for finishing this up? And I want to make something with my boots, and she's gonna like hold up her leg and show off her boot. These are old, but I want to do something with them.
interesting. I've been thinking about my boots as well, because I think I need to do something on that.
You think so?
We need some tools.
Yes,
I know
we
the
will.
tools we need to get. What are you thinking of doing with yours?
Well, you already know that I'm already super fast.
Oh,
right?
yeah?
Well, take that, scratch that. I'm gonna be super fast, but also electrify.
Ooh, nice.
And she's gonna point to her ear. For a really long time, I struggled with this. It's a little floppy. I got into a bit of an accident when I was little, and I want to make sure that going forward, things like electricity can't do this again. I want to be a master of it, where I can hone it to the best of my ability, so that it just can't be a detriment to me anymore.
It's pretty good with it so far. I see you firing it off from the dagger.
I know, it's really, really fun. So being able to like zip around and maybe really get someone really good with a good electrical force, they're not going to be able to handle it, but I can.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Oh, I've been looking at your speed. I'm jealous of your speed. I want to be as
Well, you
quick.
get to like boop from place to place, and
I know, but you get to like zoom from place to place, and so I've been thinking about how to make these boots lighter, faster on their feet for a period of time. I have some sketches, I have some plans, so I think I know what to do.
can
Nothing
I
too
offer a bit of
crazy.
a hint?
Go on.
First, are you familiar with the nature of the violence that occurs in Narrow Shadow, where I'm from?
Not hugely, afraid.
Okay. Well, there's an entire group of less than nice people who have mastered that kind of magic. And I've known them for a long time, looked up to them for a period even. So I might be able to help you.
I might be calling on you for that then. I did a bit of reading and I found an effect that you can use, and I'm trying to figure out how best to imbue that into these boots. But I'm not good with leather or leather working, so I need a bit of time. But if we get the tools, I think I'll be able to figure it out.
Should we go half on tools, buy 2 tools, and be able to work together?
I'm happy to go halves. We can store them in my backpack and
yes, we can.
keep them, and whoever needs them can use them. And if we both need them at the same time, I mean, like, I'll take my book out and show all of the designs. Like, I've got plenty to be working on right here. There's cobbler's tools and leatherworker's tools that we need. I'm happy to go like cobblers for the boots. I need leatherworkers for something else, and I need too much. All the tools, all the components. But we'll figure it out. I'm happy to go halves on any tools because I'll probably need them at some point.
Yeah, we also might like want to make a list of who has what tools because everyone's always working on different projects.
Yeah,
so if we can get together and make a list of who has what, we won't have to worry about going, duplicates and buying more than we need.
Agreed.
RP channel. All right. So that takes you guys to about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I'm crashing at that point.
You guys crash out for the night, and we'll get to the next day at some point. Faye and Quinn, what do you do back in your room?
Well, I'm going to look at the stuff, look at my stuff in the room and look at the single bed and just be like, this isn't going to be weird for me. Is it going to be weird for you?
No, we're both adults. It's not.
Sounds good. I think they're going to sleep tonight.
Sorry, dog's barking in the background.
Can barely hear it. It's fine.
Jay's home.
You can stay up and work on anything?
Probably not. I am probably going to be stepping out for a little bit.
Oh.
And she kind of like is thinking for a minute, or like kind of nodding to her. While we were eating down by the bar, one of my friends here had a request for me. He wants to speak at some.
Okay.
So I'm probably going to be stepping to do that.
Do you need privacy?
Well, actually, I was wondering if maybe you wanted to come with me.
Oh. Yeah. Sure. I'd love to. Is that okay? I mean, I know you're asking, but you're okay with that?
Yeah. No. It might be helpful. I don't really know what it's about exactly. He wasn't very clear. And she kind of catches herself. It was always super cryptic. But yeah, I think I'd like to have someone.
Then absolutely, of course I will. Yeah. Do you know where, when?
He just said around midnight in the courtyard, something like that. He said outside somewhere. I just remember if he said a specific place.
He said to meet him outside, and we would take a walk.
Okay.
The ghost wants to meet at midnight. Ugh.
Yeah, pretty. But
yeah, absolutely. I'll go with you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. We're friends, right?
Yes, we are. You're never going to let me forget that.
Oh, never ever.
As the two of you share this moment and find the hour of midnight shortly thereafter creeping upon, together you take a step out of the tavern, walk out and around and toward the road that connects the two cities just underneath the high mountain Star Peak. You look up into a very, very clear night sky. All the stars burning above you. You feel a dark shade of figure standing before you. And you can see the wound almost appears before the figure actually does, like it has its own little source of light or darkness. Are you ready to follow?
I am. And I'll kind of turn and look at Faye to see if she can see him.
Roll a perception check.
Otherwise, this is going to be real weird.
17?
There is a bit of a bend to the light, and you can see a humanoid shape that sort of just appears as a shadowy darkness.
No.
Quinn is directly facing.
And I'll kind of look back at Quinn and give kind of like a hand wave, like a little bit.
Oh, Chris.
Yes.
Faye. She's coming along as well. Probably can't hear anything you're saying.
I can't, no, but nice to meet you.
See the shadow just turn briefly and then turn back. Right this way. I think that's where we're going to leave this tonight.
Oh, don't you dare!
No. God damn it.
Oh, wow.
You left me on a cliffhanger last week, RJ. I've gotten no resolution.
I don't have time to do it this week.
No,
I'm
it's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. No,
Oh, yeah,
it's fine.
So for anybody in the past, present, or future who decides to watch this, thank you very much. This has been Halgia D&D, and hope you have a great time doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Somebody else say something. I'm done.
Bye.
Yes. See you all next week.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Have fun.
Yeah, that thing.
Futuristic wastes.
Like I said in the beginning, I'm doing my best. That's what you get. Good night.